The 2023 ODI World Cup is already under a lot of chaos in India. We have seen three venues, Ahmedabad, Kolkata and Hyderabad. They have been demanding rescheduling of the games because of festivals and the security situation that is around them. Ahmedabad started the entire thing when they said that they could not host the India versus Pakistan match on 15th October. Kolkata, after 2 weeks, jumped in and stated they could not host the Pakistan-England game on November 12th because the respective festivals of Dandiya, Garba and Kali Puja were all coming together at that particular point in time. Hyderabad also expressed after 1 month that we cannot back-to-back games, and that to the security situation for one of the warm-up games because it's right after Milad-un-Nabi and Ganesh Chaturthi. That is the reason they don't want crowds coming for the Pakistan-New Zealand encounter. Because of this, this World Cup organization has already been a big joke, and India is the laughingstock along with the ICC. But now one more venue is in danger, not because of a security situation, not because of anything else, but because of the forces of nature. Dharamshala now is in danger that some of the games might not happen because this, according to a report in the Times of India that has come, the main reason is a fungal infection. Yes. Recently, ICC pitch consultant Andy Atkinson has been visiting some of the venues in India. He gave a very satisfactory rating to the Eden Gardens, but when he came to the HPCA stadium in Dharamshala, at that time, he did not give it a satisfactory review. Yes, Andy Atkinson, the pitch consultant, has not given the Dharamshala outfield a very satisfactory review. And why is it? The outfield has been infested by a grade 4 fungal infection. A grade 4 fungal infection is very severe. Now, why did that fungal infection come up? Maybe predominantly it is the weather. Maybe of the natural elements that are there in the soil or whatever it is, you got your outfield infected with a fungal infection. There can be a whole multitude of factors about it, but this continues Dharamshala's woeful luck when you have to look at hosting international games at the venue. Because you would remember, in this year itself, at the start, during the winter period, Dharamshala could not host the India-Australia match. And if you look at what is at stake for Dharamshala, the first match begins on October 7th, it is Bangladesh versus Afghanistan. But October 22 is the blockbuster match, India versus New Zealand at Dharamshala. Now, if the outfield does not recover in significant time, where do the matches in Dharamshala go then? Because there will be another round of checking around September 20th, and one hopes that the fungal infection may have actually died down, because if you remember in the last 1 year, Dharamshala had totally relayed the outfield. But because of the elements, because of the natural forces there and the rain that was persistent in Himachal for the last 2 years, you could not get the outfield ready. And because of that, there were bald patches in the outfield which saw the India-Australia test match being shifted to Indore. So, this has been Dharamshala's 1 year of pain. In 2022, they decided that in order to prepare for the World Cup, they will relay the entire outfield. So, it normally happens. If you are given the World Cup venues at that time, you would want to relay, you would want to increase the infrastructure, you want to boost it in a way so that you can host proper international matches. But the nature, the natural forces that were there, especially the rain in Himachal has been so extreme that the outfield just did not have the time to get prepared. There were bald patches in heading into the Dharamshala test match. That's why in the 11th hour, they shifted it to Indore. Now, heavy rains in Himachal have happened even this time as well. So, it has actually damaged the infrastructure. Although HPCA officials are adamant that because the rains in Himachal have happened at some other part, this part did not get that much of torrential rains, Dharamshala. So, the infrastructure is not damaged, there is just a fungal infection. This has been reported by the Times of India that HPCA officials have stated that there is not much of a infrastructure damage, but there is a problem when it comes to the outfield. Rains are not primary reason for the fungus. They have also stated that the rains, and because there has not been much of sunshine and the ability to dry the outfield, That is not the primary reason for the fungus. It's just come up as an infection, for fungal infection on the outfield. It's not a unique thing. It's happened in the past. For example, in Perth, in one of the test matches in 1995, there was a fungal infection in the outfield, and because of that, the ball would get scraped and go out of shape very, very quickly. And that is the reason Perth could not host a couple of games after that. So, forget Ahmedabad, forget Kolkata, forget Hyderabad. That is a case of mismanagement, and that is because the police and the security personnel there just did not know how to have a backup plan for this. Here, you're fighting the forces of nature. Dharamshala in particular, all four sides now, east, west, north, south, everywhere now this World Cup is facing a problem when it comes to the venues. Ahmedabad, it's gotten sorted, but all the ripple effect, every other match getting rescheduled, which impacted Hyderabad. Now also Kolkata, 4 matches in November also got rescheduled. Now, if the outfield remains in a bad state, where will Dharamshala's matches go? Now, that will then trigger the next wave of panic. And one hopes, just to avoid the chaos, the fungal infection in the outfield is sorted, and that we have all the games starting in Dharamshala from October 7th onwards. Everybody's eyes are on October 22, India versus New Zealand, but there are other games also which are of high importance at the HBCA Stadium. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you.